time. You have to face the music, do the time.
Good evening, parents, and welcome to the Boiling Point and tonight's Watchdog report. So, today I'm going to give you a brief update on the pornographic novels found in the West Shore School District and administration's reply to the parent that came to the school board and exposed these books. So, let's begin. In June 2025, a parent stood before the West Shore School Board and read a jaw dropping excerpt from Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, where teenage boys crudely discuss a woman's private part. The administration's response? Dead silence. You could have heard a pin drop. And you were able also to hear their integrity fleeing through the main door. For years, they've denied the existence of pornographic content in our schools. Turns out they weren't clueless, they were complicit. And leading the parade of denial was the chief clown, Brian Geiswhite, the former board president and current Region 3 candidate. Why anyone would vote for a man allergic to the truth is beyond comprehension. And what's even worse, that I still can't wrap around my brain, my brain around this, is how the Republican GOP from York had the audacity to endorse this man. That don't say something, guys. Complicit. Then comes the cherry on the top. So this week, the parent that presented this book received an email from the assistant superintendent, Matthew Gay. And he's asking her if she's planning to challenge the book. And I'm like, challenge it? Really? As if graphics month needs a formal RSVP to be escorted out of our schools. And the parents are expected, once they challenge these books, right? They're expected to wait up to 6 months for a decision. I don't know what you guys call it, but this is not policy. This is obstruction. Worse, it's a direct violation of the constitutional rights guaranteed to the parents under the 14th Amendment, which affirms their liberty to direct the care and education of their children. The Supreme Court has repeatedly upheld that parents, not bureaucrats, have the final say in what their children are exposed to. So, let's call this what it is. It is a smug, calculated attempt to silence parental voices and protect institutional negligence. The book's content is publicly documented, and this book has been banned from different school districts, okay? I want you to understand that. So, the book's content is publicly documented on public record. Its presence violates Pennsylvania law, and yet this administration sits back, daring parents to play their rigged games and jump through hoops like they were circus animals. So, what now, guys? What should be the next steps? Should we file criminal complaints against this administration? Demand resignations? Because if protecting kids from graphic content isn't a no brainer, maybe it's time to replace the people who clearly aren't using theirs. In the United States, parents have long-standing constitutional rights that protect their authority over their children's upbringing, education, and welfare. These rights are grounded primarily in the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment, which safeguards the liberty interest of parents to direct the care, custody, and control of their children. So here's a quick breakdown of key constitutional protections. The fundamental rights of parents. Meyer versus Nebraska, 1923, affirmed that parents have the right to control their children's education, striking down a law that banned teaching foreign languages. Pierce versus Society of Sisters, 1925, protected the rights of parents to choose private or religious schooling over mandatory public education. Wisconsin versus Yoder, 1972, upheld the right of Amish parents to withdraw the children from public school for religious reasons. Troxel versus Granville, the year 2000, reinforced that courts must give special weight to a fit parent's decision, especially regarding visitation and family autonomy. Due process and parental authority. The Supreme Court has consistently recognized that parents, not the state, have the primary role in guiding their children's development, unless there's a compelling reason like abuse, neglect, drugs, stuff like that. These rights are considered fundamental liberties, meaning any government interference must meet strict scrutiny, requiring a compelling interest and narrowly tailored action. Obstruction versus rights. When a school district enforces a policy that delays or obstructs parental's ability to remove sexually explicit material from the classroom, it is not just bureaucratic nonsense. It is a potential violation of constitutional rights. And I'm not even going to say potential, I'm going to say that it is a violation of constitutional rights. Parents have the legal authority to protect their children from exposure to harmful content, and forcing them to challenge it through red tape undermines that authority. So wake up, parents, wake up, and start fighting for your rights, because they are taking your rights every day from you while you're asleep at home seeing Netflix. It is time for you to wake up and fight for your most precious possession, your children. This is Mariana sounding off. God bless.
Oh, I'm trapped again. And fate as always has me wrapped again. I always get caught in my life of sin, but I just keep on going back again. You know I'm lost again, when all I wanted was to find a friend, someone that that I can always depend on to help me find my life again.